I'm in Weatherford, Oklahoma, in a charming neighborhood that has, over the past few years, blossomed into quite a gardening community. And joining me is Ron Wright, County Ag Educator
That's
and
correct.
Director of Custer County Extension.
Yes.
Can you just give us a little background on how this all got started?
Well, this area actually kind of got started through our Master Gardener program. A couple of the ladies in Weatherford who had been Master Gardeners in other states came to me in 1999 wanting to establish a Master Gardener program in Custer County.
Okay.
And at that time I told them if they could come up with 15 people to take the class that we would do that. We started that year with 32 members, and 28
Excellent.
of those members graduated from that class. And so Patricia lived in this house in this neighborhood, and she recruited her neighbor Sharon Blagg to be in that first class, and through working with her neighbors and advising them, this whole Clover Lane area out here has turned into quite a garden mecca.
Excellent. And since that initial class, you've continued
We have had 6 classes since 1999, anywhere from a dozen to as many as 25 people taking the class. We have about 25 to 35 active members all the time that do community gardening projects around the county and particularly around the city of Weatherford.
What are some of the projects that
Well, we've had some really good projects. They've done landscaping projects at the public library. They've done a downtown park here in the city of Weatherford. They've done some ODOT grants to do landscaping along the interstates and along the city streets of Weatherford. They did a project at a nursing home. They did a walking garden for an Alzheimer's unit at a nursing home in Clinton. And then they've also helped people who were, because of health issues, could not keep up with their yards. They've gone in and taken care of their yards for them for a short period of time. Some people who were fighting cancer and some of those kind of things. So those are some of the kind of projects that this group has worked on for the last 9 years.
That's wonderful. Master Gardeners are a wonderful group.
It's been an excellent group for this community and for this county. They just done a lot of really good projects around the community, and they are well thought of in the community, and everybody talks about the Master Gardeners here and the work that they do.
Well, I'm sure if those gardens are as beautiful as Trisha's backyard here, they're going to be really something special.
They do a really good job.
Absolutely.
They do a really good job.
And we'll look at some of the other gardens that were inspired by Trisha.
Yeah.
The home of Don and Sharon Blagg, and Sharon was a member of that original Master Gardener class. What's it like living in a community where there's so many enthusiastic gardeners?
It's busy.
Yeah.
Hard work, but lots of good ideas. Lots of sharing of plants. This is a pass-along plant from a friend. Most of mine are.
A lot of pass-alongs throughout everybody.
Yes.
Yeah, that's always nice, and good to have some support, somebody to ask questions.
Yes. Like on the mulch, the neighbor to the east, Tricia, showed us how to put down the newspapers and then the grass clippings and then the mulch, because in western Oklahoma we're so dry. We have to conserve all of our moisture that we can.
Okay, and that helps build the soil and also
it does.
keep
It enriches. It makes it really crumbly and soft. It does. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Now, one of those pass-along plants that I saw in a couple of the yards, there's some callas. And you've planted them in a nice sheltered space?
We have, and they've overwintered, surprisingly. I was really surprised. They've come back. This is probably about my 6th year for them to come back, and this year they're making babies.
Excellent.
And I've moved those, and they bloomed this year. So
a little bit more to pass along.
A little more to pass along is correct.
Excellent. Well, let's go take a look at one of your special areas.
Right.
Well, this is somewhat of a sensory walk, isn't it?
It is. I have lemon verbena, lavender, and I always walk along and pluck it and have to smell it. I have pineapple sage, and that came back that comes back about 2 or 3 times, and then I have to find a new one.
Okay.
And then there's some more lavender that I actually started that one from seed.
Oh, okay.
Hide coat. And all my little reseeders here.
Yeah, coming up. And then behind me, you have another.
Oh, this is my fragrant honeysuckle. And this is a great plant. It starts blooming about, late December, and it goes all the way through April. And Lonicera, and I'm not good on Latin names, but that's close enough. It's fragrant honeysuckle.
Wonderful. Well, there's a little corner in the
Okay.
landscape that I find real special. Let's go look at that.
Sounds good.
I really enjoy this area here. It's, somewhat simple, but also just very elegant. What kind of brought on this?
For years, I had tried to come up with something that would grow in this area, and I've tried larkspur, I've tried plants, and finally a master gardener friend suggested the landscape fabric and just the gravel and keep it really simple, and I do like it, and it's low maintenance, but yet it makes a statement.
And the desert willow
Yeah, the
really
desert
stands
willow.
out now because
It does, and the hummingbirds love it. They're always around, fighting over it.
yeah, it makes a really nice focal point over in this corner of
does.
the landscape. Well, we're going to go on and look at some of the other neighbors' gardens now. I'm at the home of Marvin and Connie Hankins. Marvin's not yet a master gardener, but they've certainly caught the gardening bug and have just a beautiful garden back here. I just love this terrace. Can you tell me a little bit about this project?
Well, like any project, there's a lot of work involved, and my wife and I, we needed to do something to renovate the backyard, and we got with the local area contractor, and with the help of my wife, and she's very talented, we came up with this design, and we're very pleased with it. And of course, my wife had a lot to do in picking and choosing and arranging all the flowers and the shrubs and everything, and we're very pleased with it. And it takes a lot of work, but we really like to do this.
I like how when you're down in here, you're just surrounded by the garden. Seems like a very nice place to sit and relax.
Oh, it is. It's very nice.
Another thing I really like about this, the mulch that you chose to use. This is cottonseed hulls. And when you look at it from far, it looks like pea gravel.
Yeah, it has a nice contrast, and I think adds to the plants and everything. There's a lot of benefits in using the cottonseed hulls with the nutrient value, plus in the hot time of the year, it really helps keep your flower beds moist and helps with the maintenance of it. And it's done very well, and we're very pleased with it, and we continue to use it for that reason.
We have a very beautiful garden, a very special place to sit and relax. Thank you.
Well, we don't do much relaxing.
A little bit of work, huh?
But we really do love to do this, and my wife, again, she's very talented, and we enjoy this. This is our passion, so this is what we do in our spare time.
All right, well, thank you for sharing with us, Marvin.
You're quite welcome.
At our final stop along this little mini tour of the gardens of Clover Lane. We're at the home of Kenny and Nyla Watts. And Nyla, thank you for having us
We're
here.
excited to have you guys.
This perennial garden is just so inviting. It's such a welcoming
thank
garden
you.
along in the front of your house. Now, when you first came here, there wasn't much garden, was there?
No, there wasn't. There was about a 1-foot flower bed in front of our house, and that was all we had. And now we have several. With lots of helps from our neighbors. We came in and we put lots of dirt in, and they helped us to find out how to do it right, because we weren't doing it very well at the beginning. Things were dying, and with their help, we learned how to amend it and then how to treat stuff that would grow up between our flowers. And she shared flowers with us, and so we have what we have today because of lots of help from friends and neighbors. So
It's really nice to have a few
it
master
is.
gardeners
It
down
is.
the
It's
street.
excellent. Yes, I've loved having them and having their expertise around, so because it's helped me because I had no training whatsoever. So it's been wonderful to have them to share their expertise.
Well, together you've really created many beautiful gardens. You have a lot of
Thank you.
these beautiful perennial beds
Yes.
and a nice little special space in the back. Let's go look at some more of the garden.
Okay, great.
Well, this is another one of those beautiful perennial beds you have. And I noticed some of that red Monarda at one of your other neighbors' houses.
Yes. I actually got that with a group that I had ordered on with mail order and started in my front beds, and I've transferred it around, and then I've also shared with my neighbors, so that's probably why you saw it over there. So.
Very nice. I really enjoy this closed-in space in the back. You've got the retaining walls and the trumpet creeper hanging over, and some really pretty plants. These hostas are just
I love
beautiful. When the showcase, obviously, is this garden here. Can you tell me a
Thank
little
you.
bit about it?
We actually, when we moved into the house, there was a great big hedge that covered the back wall, and then this was all grass. And we pulled the hedge out, and we started with the Japanese maple that you see there. We built the pergola, and we put the Japanese maple in so you could see it in the center. And then I've just moved in plants around it, kind of letting it be there in the center to kind of as a focal point. So.
I like that, and you really have framed it in very nicely. It makes a wonderful focal point, and you have a lot of nice color in surrounding it. The Monarda again, and the lamb's ear in front.
I love lamb's ear. I think it makes a beautiful border in a flower bed.
Absolutely, and adds a nice softness to it as well.
And I just like a variety of colors. I know a lot of gardeners like to stick with one color palette or whatever, but I like to do a variety. I like the way it feels and the way it flows. So.
Shows your personality a little bit.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for showing us
Thank
your
you.
garden.
It's exciting to have you guys here today.
Great. And well, that about ends our tour here in Clover Lane. And I hope you've enjoyed some of these gardens as much as I have.